Hello, 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 and welcome to the latest HR on the Offensive Live. This is our regular weekly live stream that we do, and sometimes we're both in the studio, but today it is a remote one. Well, I'm in the studio, I'm in the office, but the fabulous Becky Jones is joining me. Becky, how are you doing? All right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now, Becky, you and I talked about this over the last week, but I've been dying to get you on the live stream because this is your debut, isn't it?
It is. It's my first live stream.
First live stream, but she's done a couple of videos and a couple of pods with us. And I wanted to get Becky on to talk specifically about an approach that we have that we call the Lace Way. And you, Becky, are the queen of the Lace Way at Lace, aren't you?
I will take the queen. I'll take the crown of the Lace Way. It's very, very close to my heart. It is.
Yeah, lovely. And it is something that Becky spearheads within Lace. But we've got something on our website as well. So if you are somebody that's ever visited the Lace Partners website and you click on the About Us section, you'll see this section called the Lace Way. And the reason why I wanted to get Becky on is because I thought to myself a couple of weeks ago, actually, maybe we should get somebody who is embedded within it, who knows everything there is to know about the Lace Way on. So I wanted to get Becky on and just talk to Becky for 5-10 minutes about a little bit of background on the Lace Way. So we're going to kick it off, Becky. I want you to answer a nice, simple one to kick us off. Can you tell our wonderful watchers of this live stream, or if you're watching it afterwards as a pre-record or a post-record, a little bit about what it actually is? So when we're talking about the Lace Way, like, what are we talking about?
Absolutely. And 5 to 10 minutes, I could go on for 5 to 10 hours on the Lace Way, so I will keep my answers succinct. So the Lace Way is really simple. It's a methodology we follow at Lace Partners for how we deliver all of our projects end to end. So it's for every lacer. It helps us really add value to our clients, but it kind of really provides that structure of how we deliver each project from Lace. And what's really exciting is we've started to use the Lace Way methodology internally as well at Lace. So we're seeing that for our early careers program that we've got kicking off in September, and also our onboarding. So really taking all the best stuff from the Lace Way and using that internally as well as external with our clients.
Yeah, it's really, really good and interesting. I think one of the interesting things about it is, as an organization, as we've grown, we've learned a lot of things about working with the variety of different clients. And so can you talk a little bit about why we've created it? Because I think there's not a danger, but there are some instances where you obviously say no two projects are the same, but sometimes there are some similarities and some learnings that we can then take. So can you talk just a little bit for a couple of minutes about why we actually decided to create the Lace Way?
Definitely. And you just touched on it there, Chris, saying we've grown, and we have. So I've been here 2.5 years. I was number 38 on payroll. We are now over 85 people across Lace Partners. So we had to respond to that kind of significant growth. Prior to that, we had a really good methodology, but a lot of it was either in people's heads, or this is what we've done previously. Whereas now with this structure, it really helps every lacer. And one of the reasons that we wanted to create was it so it can add value to clients really quickly, but also give lacers the confidence they know what they're delivering when they get onto client. If anybody out there has been through the size of growth that we have, where you've doubled employee size year on year for 2 years, you know that sometimes has some growing pains. But actually incorporating the Lace Way kind of mitigated a lot of that, and everybody knew what they needed to do and when they needed to do it.
Yeah, and it means we can apply. We talk about ourselves being fundamentally different, and I guess why we've created it, and you just obviously outlined a little bit about what it is. But I think for me, what's interesting is that we have an approach which we think is fundamentally different in the people that we hire and the way in which we work with organizations. But this enables us to apply the similar kind of principles and the way in which we bring ourselves to our projects, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And the no two projects are the same is absolutely true, but actually the approach, the methodology, the structure, we see similarities across a lot of our clients, and actually we can tailor those approaches to specific clients. So you see that all the time in other kind of walks of life that we have. So people have preferences that they want to have. So it could be, how we are targeted through advertising, or how we do our shopping. We all need to do the food shop. We all end up with something different in our trolley at the end of the shop, but we are all fed for that week, and that's kind of similar to how we approach the Lace Way. It's one shop with one basket, but actually we put in that basket what each of our clients need.
Everyone's got those slightly different preferences and slightly different nuances. We don't all like the same bag of crisps. Sorry, we need to move on from this horrendous metaphor that I could go down a very, very dark and deep alley on. But let's talk a little bit around, I mentioned right at the start, I called you the queen of the lace way, but actually
Thank you.
a variety of different people and experts across all of our different disciplines, isn't there, that get involved with this? So can you just talk a little bit around the types of people or who gets involved in creating our approach, aka the lace way?
Absolutely. So we have a number of toolkits in the Laceway, and it was really important that we allowed to have toolkit owners, so they could really own what that toolkit is, whether that be the insights toolkit, the operating model toolkit, vendor selection. And we also pulled on all the experience that we've got within Lace from ex-consultancies, but also from business and industry experience. Whether that be practice leads, so we've got 3 practices: HR transformation and talent, payroll, and people workforce analytics. But what was great about creating the Lace Way is that everybody could get involved. We made it fun. We did it in sprints. We had competitions, but we really brought that expertise from all of our lacers like front and center to ensure that we were delivering world-class, best-in-class products and toolkits for our clients.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. And it's really, really interesting because the collaboration effect that it brings, like we talk about it internally about getting those different groups together. And it's not just people that work in these silos. What we do with the Lace Way, and we bring that kind of mantra and that mentality to the rest of our business, is that collaborative, people from different sections all working together to the benefit of clients, but then also to us in terms of the consistency of our approach as well. I wanted to talk a little bit around, so if I'm a HR person listening into this right now or watching this right now, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, how does that impact me, my project? Or what does it do for me? So can you just give a quick bit of an example as to how it actually helps? And then let's touch on some practical examples as well, just to bring it to life a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So how it can help. So one, from a Lace point of view, when we come on to support you and your HR team, we can add value quickly and we can work at pace. We've got toolkits, we've got templates, we've got other client examples, we've got other market examples. So actually when we land on day one, we are prepared. We are not starting from scratch, which is fantastic. The second thing that is a real key difference to us and makes us fundamentally different is we have a toolkit, but actually it's designed that we can tailor it for clients. So we know no 2 clients are the same, no 2 projects within a client are the same. So it really allows us to tailor that, and we work collaboratively with our HR teams to ensure that we are achieving the aims that we want to deliver. And finally, it helps and ensures that we deliver what we said we are going to deliver. We know that there's a lot of time goes into working together as in partnership and working collaboratively, and actually that end result can be drawn right back to the Lace Way and that structure and that methodology to ensure that we all achieve what we set out to achieve at the beginning.
Absolutely. And just as we wrap up then, can you give me, because I think it's always useful if you're listening and or watching these kind of things, it's like, okay, you're talking about kind of an approach, but can you bring it to life really? Can you put some color on it for me, please?
Yes, definitely. And a really good example of that is our Insights Toolkit. So normally in any of our projects, we have a phase called Understand, and that's where Lace really get to know our client. And we want to speak to a number of different leaders. We want to gather all the data that people have got, all their org structures, their org charts. And in our Insights Toolkit, we have already got as is data templates that clients and HR teams can populate. We've got a set of leadership interviews that we can tailor to ensure that we ask the right people the right questions. We've also got an insights storyboard and an insights playback, which is really consumable and easy for people to understand. So we're not starting from scratch, and sometimes it can be quite daunting for a HR team to think, oh, everyone's going to come in and look at our as-is portfolio, but we can do it really quickly and we can ensure that we add value from the off. Another area that we've got great expertise in is our value case, sometimes called investment case, business case. But we've got a fantastic modeler that's easy to use. We can plug the numbers in. It spits out all the information we need. We can tweak that as we go. So actually, when we're thinking about finances to maybe secure for the next piece of work, whether that be a transformation, whether that be to buy some new technology, it's all pinned around this modeler, which then from a client point of view, they get to keep, and they can keep that modeler then as an asset as well. So we're ensuring that building capability.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely brilliant. So just over 10 minutes. So we're just going to wrap up in a second, but just can you tell us any kind of final thoughts, or also, or alternatively, tell our watchers of the video where they can find out more about the Laceway? I've talked about the website, maybe getting in contact with you, talking about their specific challenges as well.
Yeah, definitely. So always reach out. I'm always happy to talk about the Laceway. I think you can see that I'm very passionate about it. It is a fantastic tool that we've got across Lace Partners. And if you do want to hear more about it, our methodology is underpinned by Method Grid. And actually, I'm doing a webinar with Method Grid next Thursday. There's a post on our Lace Partners LinkedIn, so you can sign up there and register. But yeah, reach out. Either my contact details are on the website, or you can always contact us directly through Lace Partners.
Can I just as we wrap up, can you do a little bit of a tidbit on the webinar that's taking place next week? Some of the
Absolutely.
areas that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so what we're looking at there is actually what we call service categorization. So we have a whole host of things across HR that we deem as services. So how do we help categorize those to ensure that we've got the right toolkits and playbooks? We're also going to really focus on how we engage and embed the methodology of the Laceway to really ensure that people are grasping that from Lace point of view. And finally, we're going to be touching on the power of a playbook and the power of a toolkit. So actually, how do we keep it alive and dynamic and not just static?
Yeah, so a bit more, bringing to life even more, and the way in which we've evolved out the Laceway as it goes. So we are just on time for today. Becky, as always, thank you very much for joining me.
No, thank you for inviting me.
No, it's been great to have you on. As I said, if you want to find out more, you can find that out via our website. Becky mentioned the webinar that we've got as well. You can either search via LinkedIn if you want to. If you look at Lace Partners, you can see in our feed. Or if you can't find it, because we put out lots of content all the time, we've also got something on our website. So if you go to the events section, you can see where the webinar is housed. And I think also, if you're watching this after the event, there'll be an on-demand version on there too. So from myself, from Becky, thank you very, very much for taking some time to watch this video today. And yeah, we'll catch you next week on the HR on the Offensive live stream. Bye-bye.
Bye.